Hello, beautiful people. Hello, Elle.
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited. Welcome to another episode of the Extraordinary Talk.
So today we're going to talk about what?
Dating. How exciting it is. Are you excited, Elle?
Do I look like I'm not excited, Jamie?
So excited. So let me introduce the speaker, our guest speaker for today. She is a founder of Singles Event Manila. Dubbed as the Philippines' #1 dating coach, she makes finding love easier for people. A real life Cupid who have helped hundreds of singles find love. She is the only Filipino matchmaker in the Philippines to be certified by a relationship science school in New York City. She has a master's degree in sociology from De La Salle University, Manila, and is ABS-CBN's resident love coach. She founded Singles Events Manila, a dating company that specializes in connecting singles in a fun and safe environment. Let's learn from her on how we can have a successful dating and how we can meet the one true love. Let's welcome Coach Vanessa Antonio. Hi, Coach.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, finally. I'm so excited for this episode.
So excited.
Yes, 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 yes.
Because we are all looking for a man or to how to attract a man, di ba? Someone who's single. So, like, maybe I'm tired of being single, but it's nice to have when you're single, you have this, I don't know, you have your free time, you can do whatever you want, you can cook, you can go whenever or wherever. Pero kasi we all want, sometimes no, we all want to share it with someone special. Pero before all of this stuff, I would like to know how coach got here, 'di ba?
No, what is the history of Coach V? Well, just like everyone else, it all started with a personal motivation. I was 23 years old. I never had a boyfriend, no experience with dating. So nada, while everyone around me was falling in love, some of them were getting married, some of them were having their high school sweetheart. So I was wondering, what's wrong? I feel like when I was 16 or 17, like I meant to meet my Prince Charming. Alam kong may Prince Charming ako, pero hindi ko siya nami-meet. So when I was 23, instead of panicking, I turned to science. That's why right now I'm teaching the science of dating, because not only on a personal level that I've seen it's very helpful. We've also started a company. It's called Singles Events Manila, where we have seen a lot of singles fall in love, find someone they love, build relationships, engagements, and lots of marriages and babies. And so right now, it's just really one of the many things that we do. We bring singles together. And at the same time, what we're doing, me as Coach V naman, I'm trying to spread the word about using science to be more successful in dating.
So
Ayan.
there's really science behind it, 'di ba?
Yes, I feel like there's science behind it, and the best people to listen love advice from are not really your kapitbahay. Although we love our grandparents and our friends, sometimes they give advice based on their personal experience. So I feel like it's good to listen to them as guidance, but also listen to social scientists like psychologists, sociologists, kasi these are the people who are really studying human beings and love and relationship for so many years. So if you know that someone is putting in the hours to learn about how men and women think when it comes to dating, dun ako lalapit. Syempre, for sure, they have really good insights that will help me and you become more successful in finding love.
That was so young, no? 23. She started to, I wanna be this, parang ganon.
You are already well right now. I'm using one of your wonderful creations, which is the Grinnell bronzing oil. So look at that. I really love it. I use it every day.
Thank you. I will give you another set sa Saturday.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So yun.
Coach B, how did you discover na this is the path that you want to take?
Okay. So when I was on my teens, the reason why I wake up every day and I feel like pinakamalakas na motivation talaga is hindi pagkain. My strongest motivation was my crush. My crush.
True.
So when I was in high school, my friends were falling in love with our classmates.
Mm.
I have never found myself attracted sa mga classmates, but I've always fallen in love with my professors.
Daddy issues.
Wow.
Daddy issues.
Revelation.
So I try to be maaga. I try to be, like this pabiba girl just because I really adore my professor. So
Mhm.
so high school pa lang alam ko na yung daddy issues ko.
Aware.
Yeah, because I
Parang
really like
nakakanabi.
mature men more than like my classmates. So yeah, that was my I knew back in high school na that really makes me get up in the morning. And I've seen that love is more than anything. It's like air. Like people suffer without it, even if they're rich, even if they're beautiful, but without love, parang, they feel so dissatisfied. And when you talk to people who are about to die, like old
Mm.
people, like what really matters, they would say family. But when you look at it, when you dissect it, family is what? That's where you actually get love. Before family, nagkaroon ka ng relationship. Before in relationship, you've dated. And so being good in dating is actually a precursor to a stronger and happier relationship and family life. So yeah.
Gusto ko yun, being good in dating.
Yes.
Basically, if you're good in dating, parang maaapektuhan na lahat ng aspects sa life mo.
Oo, I feel like kasi kapag nagkamali ka sa dating, hindi ka masyado marunong pumili. Tapos mali-mali yung mga pinipili mo sa dating instead na yung mga matitino, you go for someone who's addicted to something just because they look good or just because they have money. Then your future self will suffer. Like your weight, your finances, everything, your health, how long you're gonna live in this world, it's gonna be influenced by the partner that you are with. Sabi nga nila, it's the person that you will share 20,000 meals with. Just imagine.
To make the right decision.
Yes.
'Di ba? Kasi 'di ba, go on, Jamie.
Talking about dating, coach, what do you think is the right age or right time for dating? Like,
Oh,
is it 30s, 25?
very good question. So for ladies, I highly recommend that the moment that you hit 20s, that's a very good time to like explore dating. You know why? Because people would say like yung peak ng beauty, ng karamihan, not all, is like under 20s. You are yung kumbaga vitality and all that. Your figure is also at the best. So 20s is a really good time to date. For men naman, I highly recommend building your career and your finances first because it's a huge responsibility for you, even if right now, 'di ba, more women are entering also the workforce, but like men, especially in the Philippines, you have so much tremendous pressure to lead a family and to provide for a family. So I don't think that you don't that you have to date like so early, but also maybe you could just start getting to know people even if you were younger than 20s, because of course once you find love, sometimes age does not matter. No, you fall in love at 15, 18. But in terms of like practicality reasons, like 20s, please women, go for it. For guys naman, if you have a clear goal already, you know where you want to go in terms of career, then it'll be easier for you to date. Way easier for you to date.
Yeah, kasi these days din eh, no? Many women dream of finding the man of their dreams, like the perfect man, di ba? So, the interesting part is turning those dreams into a reality. Parang, oh, I wanna date someone like this. Pero sometimes we should know to ourselves na parang, what am I willing to do, or what should I do to attract the men that parang ganun, that I dream of. Parang, then the floor is yours. Parang, how to attract the men of your dreams.
Right. So two things. First is if you want to attract a quality partner, you indeed have to be like a quality person as well. So what does like a quality or a high value person looks like? So number one, education, that's really important, because even if you're so ganda, the moment that you open your mouth, when they couldn't connect with you intellectually, then maybe they could take you to bed, but they will never take you seriously. Next would be, of course, your packaging, like how you look. If you want to end up with a high value man, of course, these people wants the best in everything. They want to do well in their career, they want to do well with their bodies, and of course, they want to do well when it comes to their relationships. And so they would find the best mate for them. So how would you describe someone who's like the best mate for them? So these are the ladies who are not only beautiful but of course knows how to converse, but at the same time, and most importantly, like a person who takes care of herself. There has been a lot of experience in us matchmaking, wherein before the person says yes to a date, the guy or the girl ask us like, does she or does he work out? So workout may be like a very simple thing, like a very simple like concept to look at, no? But it's actually the simplest like indicator to tell if iniaalagaan niya yung sarili niya. You know, just keeping a healthy weight, making sure that they have nice teeth, you have clear skin. Maybe not all the time, but a person who takes care of themselves is way higher in terms of parang the chances of meeting someone. They're up there, like it'll be easy than those people who does not really care.
Yes, I think it's something na ano din, really important yung sa workout, because not everyone can do that, especially if they have like yung sa body nila, like 'di ba? Everyone can't be disciplined na going to the gym every day, yung mga ganun.
Yeah, 'di ba? Kasi more than like being fit, that's also discipline. Nobody wants to work out because it's hard. But just imagine a person who can discipline or can motivate themselves to get up and do something hard. So it just tells you about the person's potential. Mas nakaka-motivate, "Ah, ang galing niya." 'Di ba? Parang lalo kang maa-admire. And basically, like in dating, you need to have a reason for people to admire you. Or else why would they go for you? What is it like what good example can you show him or her or the world? Why would they like you? So it's basically just giving people a reason, and yourself, giving yourself a reason to love yourself as well more, 'di ba?
Sabi nga nila, 'di ba, be the person you want to attract. Before dating, 'di ba, be that person na kung if you're looking for that person na nag-workout, then be that nag-workout ka din dapat. Kung magwapo, kung yung person na you want to date, malinis siya, 'di ba, dapat malinis ka din. 'Di ba? Be the person you want to attract. And ang galing 'no, tama yung sinabi niyo coach na be educated, yung full packaging ka dapat, inaalagaan mo yung sarili mo kasi siyempre a high valued person want to date a high valued person as well. Talking
Yeah.
about that, coach, no, what do you think it's best to set a boundary at the first few dates or after a few
And
dates?
more, right? Or just enjoy it without the boundary, 'di ba? Kasi may nakita din akong video on TikTok na parang let a man parang take a lead. Kasi pag ano ka daw ng boundaries, parang nag-enter ka sa parang masculinity, ano
Mm.
mo, side mo, or masculine energy. Parang ganun. I don't know. Maybe coach can answer. when it comes to dating.
So that's another thing that I wanted to mention. Kanina, 'di ba, like you have to parang prepare yourself sa education, physically. But also, if you want to find like a manly man, parang tinatawag natin yung iba, they would say, I want an alpha man, someone na very manly. um, it applies yung sinasabi natin na parang same birds flock together. Alam mo yon, yung parang if I'm someone who takes care of myself, then I also tend to connect with someone who takes care of themselves. But when it comes to masculinity and femininity, it's very like opposite. So there's this term, it's called sexual dimorphism. Ito daw yung pinaka indicator ng attractiveness. Ibig sabihin, kapag babae ka and you're very feminine with very feminine features, the more you are higher in attractiveness level. If you are lalaki naman and you have like, masculine energy, masculine features, broad jaw, malapat yung very very prominent yung chin, then you are parang higher in attractiveness level. And men who looks really masculine according to data tend to like and fall in love with women who are also feminine. Like feminine look, like small nose, like lashes, maliit yung chin, ganyan. So this is not to say everyone, to generalize, but this is just to give us an insight na ang dating parang ano yan, parang imagine like I have a pen. Okay, so for example, eto. So if you are very feminine, you tend to attract a very masculine mate. If you are a woman na
Ah,
medyo masculine, then you also attract men na medyo feminine. So this is what
ah.
you call the masculine and the feminine polarity. That's why sometimes makikita mo those strong independent women, they end up with partners who are, a little bit in touch of their feminine side, hindi masyado alpha. Pero makikita mo yung mga girl, yung maliliit, yung parang very feminine, sila yung hawak-hawak ng mga no,
Mm.
lalaking alam mo yun, manly. Again, it's not everyone, but this is just one of the theory that I believe is really, kumbaga, it's really happening. Like we've seen it a lot of times. That's why when we work with alpha women who keeps on saying, I'm so tired of leading the relationship and stuff. The reason why you're so tired of leading the relationship, it's because we also don't know how to take a step back and
Mm.
relax and just let the men lead. Kasi paano lalabas yung masculine energy nila if ikaw na ang ikaw na ang nag-produce niyan para sa kanya, gano'n. So we will feel very tired, and based on my experience, like, I feel like we are born with feminine energy, like, we are purely, like, feminine when we were born, but because of the demands in life, especially if you're panganay, especially if you have to support your family, we need these masculine traits to keep up with life. So, it does not mean na babae ka, hindi ka puwedeng magkaroon ng masculine traits. I mean, we have masculine traits, but the thing is, you could just apply it in your company and not bring it in your relationship. If you want a man who has higher masculine energy than you.
So when it comes to boundaries, parang let the men move, or will you let him know about your parang non-negotiables, parang
Yeah.
ganun. Kasi 'di ba, when you say that, parang you're already leading the relationship or whatsoever, 'di ba? Kasi sinasabi mo na yung parang
Na.
boundaries mo.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, the ladies who have standards tend to end up with better mate.
Mhm.
So the question is, when do you communicate that? I think it's good to communicate that, but not on a first date.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you ever want to, if you ever want to be very transparent and you'd like to say this, I beg you, please not on the first date, because I feel like the goal for the first date is to to assess if you are connecting and if you are able to have fun together.
Mm.
Because even if he has all the qualities that you want, if you guys are not having, fun time in terms of laughter, you're not connecting, you can't
Right.
even like have a conversation na hindi nagjo-jump through different topics, then there's no point. Nasayang yung effort mo for communicating what you want, because by the end of the day, they're not the one. So those standards and boundaries that you have is gold. Don't give it away, especially on a first date. Give it to people who you think is deserving of them, of that information.
Better establish muna yung connection, coach, no? Bago mag-set ng boundaries.
Yes, chill lang sa first date.
Yes,
Fun,
really.
fun lang.
Asawa eh.
Well, imagine, parang unang meeting pa lang natin, ayoko lang ganito. That will scare someone away. Parang, this is too much."
Or sabihin mo like, I want 3 kids. Diba? Ano yung guy?
Yes, yes. I've had like an experience like that before. Parang pumunta ako ng date. Okay, we should get married. Ganun, ganun. So that really scared me away. So yun, tama si coach. Wag mong sasabihin.
And also, there's a theory wherein it was suggesting that people don't wanna be liked too soon. Yung parang sinamba mo na sila, hindi mo pa nga sila kakilala, hindi mo pa sila kilala. So people would want to feel that you like me because you know me,
Mm.
not because of I'm just maganda or I'm just guwapo or I'm just mayaman. Like they want to be able to genuinely feel that, you know what, this person is nice to me. This person likes me because he or she knows my story. He or she knows my personality. And so that's much more rewarding for people to know that they're being liked because you know them, not because of the things that they didn't have any effort. Like, oh, I like you kasi ang tangos ng ilong mo. Oh, I like you because you have such like a glowing skin. I mean, if it's something natural, then they're gonna feel like, okay. But if you actually praise them because of their efforts, because of how they are to you, how warm they are, how good they are with the waiter and the waitress, then they're gonna be like, yeah, they're nice to me kasi I've also proven my worth. So they feel like you genuinely like them too.
And that they earn for it, di ba?
They earned it, exactly. That's the word, Floor. That they earned your love.
So it takes time. Oh,
Yes.
I really appreciate it when someone's like taking the time to get to know me. Parang ayoko yung agad-agad na we should be together. Can we take things slow? Parang get to know each other. Kasi not everyone can do that eh. Not everyone can just have fun and get to know each other na parang sa loob ng 1 month, 2 months, ganun. Gusto agad nila a relationship after 2 weeks, which is too much for me, at least.
Dun mo kasi matetest yung patience, di ba, coach? Tsaka
That's true.
makikilala mo yung tao. Does it have, yung dating ba, coach, meron time frame like 90 days bago mo ibigay, ganun?
Ibigay ang ano,
Number mo, joke lang.
yung number. Okay.
Ibigay daw yung
Ano?
all, parang 'di ba kasi coach meron yung sinasabi ng girls na I've seen on TikTok videos din ulit, na you should never ever let yourself get attached sa guy sa loob ng 2 months. Give him 3 months, parang gano'n. If he's consistent, if parang dun mo titignan kung eto ba talaga yung guy na gusto mo, you see yourself being in a relationship with, gano'n.
Yeah. I like the idea of not getting too attached too soon, because when you're attached too soon, you are unable to read the person realistically and properly. You're gonna be so clouded if you make yourself if you let yourself fall in love too soon. You know those people who are in love, they're not able to see the flaws of their partners or their the apple of their eye, right? And so if you let yourself fall in love too soon, then it's you basically just telling the world, you know what? Puno man siya ng green flag or red flag, I would take him in. Like I would like have him in my life. But buti if you got a catch, if you got someone who's really husband material or wife material. What if like you did not get that, and you put them in a pedestal and thought that they're a catch. Yun pala, it was just the love chemicals crowding your brain.
That's making
And
you special.
by the time na it's gone out your brain, parang sabi nga nila biochemically 13 months daw. Pag hindi ka na in love, you're way too deep. Dami mo na engagement. You had sex already with them, you moved in already, nandun na yung mga gamit mo, pinakilala mo na sa mga kaibigan mo. Ang hirap na umalis.
Right.
Sobrang
Like,
hirap na
invest ka na.
yeah, so do the assessment before you fall in love. And then once it passed through your assessment and you see that the guy or the girl loves you also, then allow yourself to fall in love, because that's one of the most beautiful experience in this world, I believe.
Hi. I love it. Parang nanahimik si Jamie. Kasi ako practice ko kasi yung non-attachment. So while seeing at this one guy, I'm also seeing other guys. Parang ganun. Parang putting them in a roast. Parang hindi ako masyadong attached, and just to see if it's really the guy na for me, parang ganun.
Parang collecting and selecting ba yun?
As long as you both know na you're not na parang dating talaga na exclusive.
Exclusive.
Inclusively,
Yeah.
but parang ganun.
For both men and women, you guys have the freedom to choose. Parang eto nga eh. Ayan kasi yung tagline ng company namin. It's called like Sales Events Manila, you have the freedom to choose. Habang single ka, you have the freedom to choose. That's the only time. Not when you are in an exclusive relationship, not when you are in a relationship or married. You can choose. You have already chosen. But before that time comes, this dating life of yours, dating journey of yours, you really have to make the most out of, because that's the only time that you can be like, either you cover your eyes, or katulad nung ginagawa nyo, that you date people. And when I say date, it means get to know people with a potential with a kumbaga potential romantic motive, ganyan. But yeah, that's the only way, because if you're gonna wait for Reto, or you're gonna wait for the Prince Charming or the prince to come knocking in your door, it may never happen. So do take in charge of your life, just like how you take in charge with your finances, how you choose your job. Like, you are so careful and picky with your job. I mean, why are you letting anyone dictate your love life? Ano kung sino na lang lumapit? Hindi pwede. You also have the freedom to choose
Right.
and go for what you want.
Kumbaga, kunwari, what if you are already talking to a guy, tas okay na, you guys are having fun, and then one day he starts pulling away. I think it's one of the problems when it comes to dating din, sa girls mostly. So, may tend na yung guy, they start to pull away maybe after 2 months or 3 months. What do you do? Kasi di ba may mga girls na they would text them na, what's happening? Text me. Yung mga ganun, nagiging needy. Yung
Yeah.
mga ganun. So what are you gonna do? And what's the science behind it? Why
Wow.
guy pulls away?
So when a guy pulls away, who cares? You're busy. You're busy building your life, making yourself beautiful, running your own show, earning your own money. Your value is just gonna go up if you take this distance constructively. But if you're the type na parang, oh my God, he's the one already and everything, why is he pulling away? Like, always remember, and I have got this lesson from there's a book, it's called Why Men Love Bitches. I
Yeah.
read it
Yeah,
when
I've read that.
Read that.
right? So I've read that when I was in high school. And it's not a book that will teach women how to be mean. It's a book that teaches women how to value themselves more than any other date. Because if you don't value yourself, like you as a woman, then they're unlikely to value you too, because they're gonna see, pwede naman palang wag kong i-text forever, tapos babalik ako whenever I want. Tinatanggap niya pa din naman ako, so I keep on doing that. So,
Mm.
so I was referring to that book because there's this chapter which says men do not respond to words, they respond to no contact. So instead of you like oversharing your feelings and saying how much like you didn't like this, you have to treat me better and whatever, just don't award them your presence. Because like always remember your time is precious. Every time you spend time with the wrong guy is a time away from the right guy.
Right. So, do you take them back if they come back when they start to pull?
Okay. Well, two questions for you. One is, do you really like that person? Like you really have to ask yourself, do I really like this person? Because if I don't really like him, like there's no point. Or maybe I could take him back and just like play around. That's okay too. And the second question is like, are you set if this is the person that you're gonna marry? Like, do you really think they're gonna be like a good husband, like or wife material to you? If the answer is both yeses, then take them back because you want to give the person a chance. Because feel mo sila na talaga. But if you don't think na they are talaga, they're a waste of time. And so again, your time is precious. Like you really gotta go out and find someone who's gonna be like the best fit person for you. Not the perfect person, but like the best fit person for you. Because again, just like those people who are in a relationship, there's no way that you can find your prince charming or your princess if you are in a wrong relationship, like you are still committed to anyone. So if you feel like that person that you are with right now is not the one, you have to vacate yourself muna. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mo muna maging single bago dumating yung talagang para sa'yo. Hindi siya dadating na parang, oh, you're in a relationship tapos you're gonna start looking around. It's not morally correct. Pangalawa, parang, man, you're wasting your time and your and your partner's time. So there are processes when it comes to like dating, of course, and being single is such a lucky and a limited time to be in, kaya dapat talaga we make the most out of it. And one of the ways that we could make the most out of it is just learning the basics about dating. Yeah.
Coach, what do you think are the major changes in dating compared to before?
Ang dami.
Yeah. So before, I really like talking to older people and especially my grandma. Like they would say, kapag ginamit mo yung term na date, uy, may ka-date yan. May ganun pa, uy, may ka-date yan. Ibig sabihin, yung notion yan, you sleep around, parang, uy, kasama yan, kagabi may ka-date yan, ganyan. But right now, when we say date, it's becoming like very casual. Like, date, yeah, we just had coffee and then we shook our hands, and then we say goodbye. Kaya yeah, we had drinks, we had dinner, 'di ba? So parang mas ano siya, mas medyo mas casual na siya ngayon. Yeah, we dated before. So it's not like before kasi when you say date, papakasalan mo na 'yan.
Yes, yes.
So these developments I feel is much more freeing, and at the same time it gives us the freedom to really find our the one. Because before, when you meet someone, like you tend to marry someone na kapitbahay mo, referral ng ganto mo. What if yung the one mo is hindi siya? What if nasa kabilang parte ng mundo? Hindi mo mahanap kasi you already went for that person na malapit sa'yo. But if you are, if you are this person who really wants to find that significant other, habang hindi mo pa siya nararamdaman, nakikita sa ibang tao, don't settle. Don't settle for kung sino lang malapit. Because by the end of the day, you will learn your lesson. That's amazing lesson to learn, but you're gonna regret it. So it's kind of like a wasted time.
It's like an expensive experience. Yung time kasi, no?
Expensive mistake
Yeah.
that you will never get get back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach, what do you think is the biggest challenge when it comes to dating?
Okay. The biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenge when it comes to dating is having a disconnect between who you want and who likes you. Gets mo ba yun? For example, ito yung type ko. Ganito yung profile ng type ko. Gusto ko, pogi, accomplished, kumbaga, leads his own group, company, and everything. Tapos eto yung naa-attract ko. For example, gusto ko mga alpha, tapos naa-attract ko puro mga beta man, like someone who's like kind of sunod-sunuran,
Yeah.
kind of, does not like, who's happy to be, just like happy to be
Followers.
led by others. Well, if they want to follow, like may ganun talaga may leaders and followers eh. But the problem is if you are desiring for the leaders, pero yung mga na-attract sa'yo is parang followers, then you will be single forever because there's a disconnect. So I feel like one of the ways that one person could have a love life is to marry kung ano yung gusto nila sa kung sino yung nagkakagusto sa kanila, yung market. So for example, hindi ko talaga i-give up 'to, gusto ko talaga ng alpha. So
Mm.
gagawin ko, if I have a very high masculine energy, I'm gonna work through that. Okay lang, high masculine energy talaga ako eh. Pero pagdating sa dating, I'm gonna try to lean back, be more a follower, be more relaxed para lumabas yung feminine energy ko. And according to what we've seen, yung like for example, the alpha males, they're likely to fall in love also with women who are, smart, beautiful, but they have a very like strong femininity in them. Yeah, so if you're tired of attracting beta, like for example, yung mga man na parang gusto sumusunod lang, then you have to parang ano ng konti, instead of planning all the dates,
Take a step
instead of
back.
initiating all the time, then kasi gustong-gusto yan ng mga ano yan, ng mga
But
beta, "Wow, strong independent woman, I love it,"
for
ganyan.
me, red flag, kasi I want someone who's alpha. For me, red flag na yun if sasabihin niya, I want a strong, independent woman.
Independent woman. But sometimes I've also noticed like the ones who saying na parang I want a strong independent woman, these are the ones who's not happy to parang provide for a family. Gusto
Yes.
nila a partner in life, 50-50 tayo in
A
everything.
roommate.
And yeah, so that works with a lot of women, definitely. But what we're talking about here is if nakaset yung mind mo na gusto mo ng a man who's like leading in all aspects, so that you could take care of the family, you could focus on rearing children, then you kind of have to analyze, ano bang gagawin ko? Ako ba mag-a-adjust or i-a-adjust ko yung gusto ko?
Ako mag-a-adjust. Isipin mo,
And yeah,
adjust.
and it does not mean naman na when you adjust, yeah, like kumbaga, you're removing your shine, you're making yourself small. No, like personally ako, I have like a very high masculine energy. And so I don't want to be that person anymore. I just want to be able to let my femininity shine again. Because I had that because I have so much responsibilities. But right now I don't want to be that person anymore. And so I will be more than happy to be like the feminine woman that I am in your presence. But take note, women, you can't pressure yourself too much to be feminine when you are in a company of a man na hindi din masyado mataas yung masculine energy. Gets mo ba? So, kailangan you have to be in a company of a man na medyo mataas yung masculine energy para yung femininity mo mas lumabas. Kasi if
Yeah.
you don't feel taken care of, if you don't feel that you are, kumbaga, like he got it, di ba? He got everything out of control. Nakakaaning. So, lalabas na naman yung masculine energy mo, hindi ka makaka-relax. So, I think that's why a lot of people are single because they couldn't find this right match of like energy and personality and partner that they really want to find.
Parang they just settle lang because they feel pressured or everyone around them is like being in a relationship na, okay, ito na, wala nang tao. Ito na tayo mag-settle,
Yeah.
right?
Sabi na yan,
Some of
ganyan.
them, yeah, some of them settles while some of them fixes people. Like, don't worry, ita-transform ko siya. Hindi siya
Potential. Yeah.
mga fixer. Kaya, ladies, like we can just try, but it's gonna be a very tiring it's gonna be a very tiring journey for you. And I don't feel like you deserve that kind of responsibility after all the things that the demands of life that we have to keep up with.
I think true dun sa sinabi ni coach na you have to be in your feminine energy, parang learn to receive, learn to nurture.
Wow.
Yes. Kasi I've had like an alpha man before, like he owns a company, parang very masculine talaga siya. Pero ako, parang na-self-sabotage ko siya kasi for me, ang hirap parang growing up, syempre I started moving out when I was 15,
Mm.
ganun. So, I have a really, yeah, masculine energy. Parang, ever since, parang nagpro-provide ako ng mga kailangan ko whenever, parang mga ganun. So, whenever he tries to give, like his masculine energy, or whenever he tries, kasi ang love language atin niya is gift-giving. Whenever he tries to give, I tend to decline. Parang, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So, it's one of the reasons why we broke up. Kasi nga ang love language niya is gift giving, and hindi niya yun mabigay sa akin kasi I tend to not accept, ganun. So I was in my masculine energy. Pero ngayon, Lord, I'm ready.
Pero kinommunicate mo naman yan from your partner before. Like, this is my love language.
I think sinabi ko sa kanya, no, it's fine. I can just ask if naman, hindi ko na talaga kaya. So, nung kinommunicate ko, dun na kami parang, okay, this is not working. Ganun. So, you have to be in your feminine energy to attract a man, masculine or alpha. That's
Yeah.
right.
And
Yeah.
finding yung right balance between femininity and then masculine.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why it's actually like I like the word. It's about balance. That's why, and people are finding people who's going to complement them.
Mm.
So like if a man is so manly and like already all this, 'di ba, all that
Sure.
who's kind of nurturing, and it makes sense. Like you wouldn't want your house to be full of, you need like someone who's kind of like going to give you yung parang mga like nurture you, love you, care for you. Oh, 'di ba? And ikaw naman, like as a woman, you have so much nurturing and love to give and whatever. You also need a partner who's going to protect you, who's going. So it's like a healthy, like having a healthy exchange of what we were supposed to become or to do. Anyway, so yeah.
That was an expensive mistake.
Sorry, Dre. Ayan.
Pero coach, do you recommend online dating?
Yes, very. Sabi niya Tinder.
Alright. So for the online dating kasi even if we're working with clients, 'di ba, we're doing matchmaking, my singles events, you will always hear me saying, telling my clients, while you're working with us, can you also download apps? Because I don't care kung saan manggagaling yung the one mo. I just want you're the one to come to you. Like, I
Mm.
just want you to find your partner in life. And there are many ways that you could actually meet them. You could meet them through our events, through our services, or you could find them also in dating app. I'll help you fix your profile. I'll help you teach you what photos to put, anong mga words pa yan na ilalagay natin based on our research. We can help you do that. So dating app is such a wonderful technology that has been made right now. Like there's a lot of people you will not meet in person if not because of like the dating apps, right? Because it just gathers people and there's a commonality. They're single, ideally, yeah. The people who are there have this intention to connect romantically. Some short time, some long term, but you just like it's a waste not to explore dating app. But also there are people who is not for dating app. And if you're the type who does not like communicating, texting, whatever, chatting, diba? That's also very time consuming. Then it's not for you. It's okay. Meet people organically, but do not waste an opportunity by not trying it. Yeah.
Speechless,
And
Jamie.
yeah, and you guys mentioned Tinder. The reason why I tell my clients, Tinder, because based on data and we're looking at like saan nanggagaling yung mga success stories, where are marriages coming from, more than any other dating app. Kahit we think that it's a hookup app, like the marriages
Hmm.
are coming from there. Like there's a data, of course, like only like we're finding figures from the United States, but one fourth of the marriages are like those that are coming from online dating apps are coming from Tinder more than any other dating app. So if that's where marriages are, then where are you gonna go? Then go to apps that will help you find your husband or wife if that's what you want.
Tinder, baka naman.
Girl, ganyan. Bumble. Download na kayo, guys. Coach, question ko, kasi somehow, di ba, ang daming mga galing sa unsuccessful marriage, relationship, kasi I've been there. So, how do you cope up, or when do you, kailan mo malalaman na ready ka na to date? When you've been to a relationship na sobrang toxic.
Okay. So you'll know when you're ready when you decided that you're ready to date.
Mm.
I could give you time, but then like we always say, it varies per person, yes, but also it depends upon how much soon the person wants to move on.
You're
Mm.
Like I
right.
highly recommend if you feel like the relationship does not have any like reconnection na, like it's really like goodbye already, please do yourself a favor, do your company that you're working for and the people that you're surrounded with a favor, get over in 31 days if you can.
Parang you don't get to choose when to move on.
You can decide, actually you can
For
decide
people na.
on, yes,
Ah, yes.
but it's not going to be easy because our body has been so used to the company, the smell, the
Mm.
of that person, and so sometimes we cry so hard, not because we really really love the person, but we got so attached and our body is so used to them, our mind is so used to them. So one of the fastest way to really forget about that, if that's the end of the relationship and you really want to move on, is to just rewire your brain. And how many days does they say to build like new habits, 'di ba? Parang 21 ata to 60
Yeah.
days. So give yourself that time. Do not panic na, oh, bakit 2 weeks na nami-miss ko pa din siya. Of course, you will miss the person. But while you miss the person, try to build a new life. Try
Mm.
to eat new food. Try to meet new friends. Try to live in a different environment. Something that's not gonna remind you of your past life. Because that's over. That's your past life. That's not you anymore. Now you have the time to decide who you want to be in the next chapters of your life.
Parang mag-eat, pray, love, no? Alam niyo yung book na yon?
Yes,
Do
you
you
can.
have any advice, coach, when it comes to first time na magde-date?
Ayan. Especially sa mga no boyfriend or no
Yeah.
girlfriend since birth, 'di ba? And those who are first time daters, man, I would just like to let you know and to welcome you to one of the most exciting part of your life. This is the only time in your life that you get to know people in such a deeper like level, connect with strangers or with people emotionally without, without really parang having that pressure of commitment because you're just getting to know each other. And you can't do this deeper connection when you are in a relationship. No, you're not supposed to do that because the only person that you should be deeply connecting with is the person that you're in a relationship with. But since you're single, go connect deeply emotionally with people, get to know them, talk about their desires, their dreams, because that actually helps them fall in love with you. When you talk about like deeper topics than just talking about like, oh, what do you eat? Where do you go? What's your job? How old are you? So all these things, like don't miss that opportunity because when you are in a relationship, you experience one kilig, and that's coming from your significant other, right?
Yeah.
But when you are actually dating, you are giving a lot of people a chance to make you kilig. And
Mm.
it's not gonna last forever. So you might as well enjoy that. You will get kilig, you will get heartbroken, but at the same time, this is your opportunity to choose. Are you gonna choose the person who makes you happy, makes you feel secure, or are you gonna choose the person who always wants to be chased and gives you heartbreak, gives you insecurity, like you don't you don't know where you are in their life. So it's your decision. But more than importantly, if you're a first time dater, keep an open mind and explore. Life is an experiment.
Yeah.
So you might as well explore. Go girl and guy.
It's like
Colors
learn
pencil.
to learn to listen. Ano yung tumatak ulit sa akin doon is that parang be emotionally connected with the person. Parang ganun. And also to be interesting, be interested. So you must be willing to listen sa stories nila. It's different kasi when a person is like interested sa you can see it sa ano niya, face niya when someone's being like this. Mga ganun. Nagli-listen talaga sila. It's different.
Yes, and in this life, parang we're so used to people just talking about themselves,
Mhm.
right? That when we find someone who listens to us and they're like they look so amazed by what we're saying, parang oh,
Oh, yeah.
Siya na, ganun.
Siya na agad.
wala.
Girl, remember the non-attachment sa first first 2 months or whatever. Pero if people are having a hard time, I'm sure they can also connect with a dating coach. Okay, where can people find you and if they need help when it comes to dating, di ba? When can they find Coach V?
Yes. So, eto, I'm gonna bring this again. So, this is our company. It's called Singles Events Manila. Our mission is to make finding love easy for people. So, what we do is we just bring single professionals together. So, you have to be single, you're not with anyone romantically, and you have to be working. So when you're actually a single professional, you can join our club. We meet every Saturday. We don't let anyone feel sad on a Saturday. When your couple friends are on a date, you come with us to enjoy life with us while getting to know other singles. At the same time, ako naman personally, my advocacy is to study dating so that I could tell singles what works and what does not. And if you have like issues on dating, something that bakit hindi mo pa ba ma-meet yung the one mo? There are strategies that we could actually increase your chance of finding that someone. So I coach people also. And I coach a lot of CEOs and founders here in the Philippines, even coach like a US diplomat. So what I'm saying is the people who needs coaching are not like the worst people. These are the people who wants to be good in all aspects of them or of their lives. So if you're really good at your job but you feel like you have like room for improvement in dating, work with me. My Instagram is date coach V. That's date coach V because I'm a dating coach. And our company is called Singles Events Manila. So just search for it on Facebook and Instagram, Singles Events Manila. We have so much activities for singles, out of town, swimming, and everything. So please do join us.
Ah! I was actually about to join, but yeah, I hope yung listeners natin, no, they learned something from this episode. I really enjoyed. Parang ang dami kong takeaways na naman. How about you, Jamie?
Learnings. Yeah. I will try to be the best person I can be so I can be yung ma-attract ko yung best person for me, yung right partner. Ayan. So, apply nyo na yan, mga listeners. Ayan.
So,
Ayan.
ayun.
So,
Okay, go Jamie, sorry.
thank you everyone for listening to this another episode of the Extraordinary Talk. And thank you, Coach V, for being here. We're truly honored. Ayan.
Yes, we're truly honored. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ladies. Thank you very much. And thank you also to Grinnell Skin for my bronzy skin
Oh,
ever. So thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
thank you.